I made over $400,000 in 2021, and this one hack helped me slash my tax bill to zero. Here's what I did. So in the middle of 2021, I was on pace to make more money than I ever had in another year. I spoke with my CPA, and he gave me like 5 or 6 different strategies, which made zero sense to me. He told me about short-term rentals and the short-term rental loophole. He told me all I would need to do was buy a property and place it into service this year, make sure that it was ran as a short-term rental, so the average duration of stay was 7 days or less, and I needed to materially participate at least 100 hours in the business and no less than any other one individual in the business. And all those items were quite easy. I started searching in the summer. I closed around a month later in September of that calendar year. I worked with a designer. I spent some time at the property doing some work myself, managed to get that thing live, get it converting, and then actually logged 100 hours quite easily. So that home was a $540,000 purchase price. I was able to take around 30% of the total purchase price across bonus depreciation that I got from a cost segregation study, and then the money that I put into furnishing, paying a designer, some of my other expenses I was able to also write off. That got me almost $200,000 of total offset from that one purchase alone. And then literally a few weeks later, I decided to do the whole process again. So instead of working with a partner who helped me find and negotiate that deal on the very first go round, I decided to do all this on my own. I bought a much larger property. It was just over $800,000 in purchase price. So we did the exact same thing. I got it live that year. I made sure I got my material participation in, and all in, I bought just over $1.3 million in real estate that calendar year. I had just under $500,000 in total offset that I was able to take against my taxable income. So when I filed my returns in January of the following year, I was like, holy I did it. I actually got my taxable income to almost zero, and pretty much all I was paying that year was just some state income tax. And this is what high-income earners do all the time. They typically buy 1 to 2 short-term rental properties every single year, run them as short-term rentals, participate, and they front-load their participation by showing up at the property for a 3 to 4 day weekend, overseeing general contractors, landscaping teams, designers who will typically be at the property. And then, after that very first month, they don't really need to be hands-on at all. They'll hand off everything over to a co-hosting team to turnkey, manage that property for them, 95% done for them every single month, maybe checking in 1 to 3 hours every single month to ensure that they're still somewhat participating, but not with the grunt work or the leg work or the heavy duty lifting of actually making sure that that business is ran. They're just overseeing and managing what the other teams are actually doing. And that's how you keep everything as turnkey as possible while still qualifying for the short-term rental tax benefits.